DFS is back on the road less traveled, to meet with entrepreneurs, to find out who they are, what they do, and what drives them. So pack up, buckle up, and join us. Nantucket Island is 26 nautical miles off the coast of Cape Cod, and centuries back in time. From the mid-1700s to the late 1830s, it was the whaling capital of the world. Today, its major industry is seasonal tourism. However, for the island's permanent residents, running businesses and raising families is a year-round proposition, as it is for Nate Roberts, owner of Poets Corner.
I was born and raised on Nantucket here, local family, islander as they call it. Golf's my passion, and that's ultimately the first career I chose. I was working here in the summers on island and then traveling to Florida in the winter. I met my wife and we wanted to be somewhere year-round where we could have a family and grow together. We were talking about moving back to Nantucket, but we were trying to find like the right scenario to do it. My aunt, she jokingly said, "Oh, you know, Peter's gonna retire, you can buy Poets Corner." And here we are.
So how did you guys come up with the name for Poets Corner? What's the history of that?
So, yeah, it goes back to the original owner, Jack Gardner. Poets Corner was right on the corner of Main Street and Orange Street. His father used to read poetry to kids on Main Street. When Jack opened the printing company, that was just, from my understanding, that's the first and only name that came up. The business is based off of family. You know, it was a family business before, and we're selling to other families on the island, but yeah, my family is the most important thing to me. My wife Tracy and my oldest daughter Summer and youngest Kenzie, they're a big part of our business too. We've used my daughters for a great video ad with the movie theater in town that showed for almost 9 months straight. We have two different client bases. We've got the long-term people that just order the same thing over and over again with the letterhead, the stationery, just the standard business forms, and there's no rush on that. But when you combine that with the second part of it, which is the ability to do quick turnaround, which is what we love and thrive on, that's what grows our business. And there's so many pop-up events, and there's just a crazy amount of work that comes out of nowhere. If we weren't able to outsource the DFS, we wouldn't be able to guarantee the times that we do it in. The ease of using the DFS full color site is what started it and what's kept us going. And you just click your stock, finishings, click your shipping, and it gives you the date that it's going to get there. We outsource a lot of materials. All the files come through Greg. He checks them, proofs them, DFS checks them, and it all comes back correctly. For being on the island, it gets here every time, on time, unless the boats don't run. What drives me is satisfying people, to be able to please and help the other businesses and families on island and to get them the price they need for what they're looking for. One thing my uncle told me was just, you know, get them in the door once, do the right job, be the right price, they'll come back. And that's where we're at. Joe tells Jim and Jim tells Sally. It's like wildfire on the island, so that's what's been good for us.